Hello, everyone. Welcome, my guest, Body Illusion. She has
Happy birthday, Echo!
thank you to help me celebrate my birthday. I'm so excited. Okay, I think we're good. I think I can see everything I'm supposed to be able to see. I think we are good. And
Good.
I'm going to change that link that I posted for you to be able to come in, and I'm going to put your link so that people can easily go over and oops, uh, check your be able to go
Oh,
over and
okay.
sub to your channel. Give me just a second. There we go. I can. Okay. Well. Okay. There we go. Whoops. I get there. Just a second. There we go. Okay. I come back over here and put it in here. And there we go. Okay, and now I'm going to pin that to the top. So everybody can go over and get to know Miss Body Illusion. If this will do right. Well, it keeps, just a minute. Listen here, phone. You and I have got a job to do. It's not that difficult. I have fat fingers and I tend to hit the wrong thing on my phone. That's why I don't like doing much on my phone. So I'm not real good at it. Okay, I think it's there now. So everybody can go over and get to know her channel. And now let's say hello. We have Surviving Together here, and Teresa from Wounds of Wisdom, and Misha from Awakened, and we have Val from Val Southern Living, and we have Miss Karen, thank you, and Rebecca from Touched by Yarn, and Vince, hi Vince, and PJ's Wish. Oh, I got to show y'all. This is my birthday present from PJ Wish. She made me this beautiful scarf,
Ooh.
all shades of beautiful blue, and it
Wow.
is such a pretty pattern. And she sent me the pattern, the link to learn the pattern. So I'm going to learn how to make this scarf too. And she also made a purple one for my granddaughter. And this morning I was tying it around my granddaughter's neck. And my daughter said, I want a scarf. I said, well, you're going to have to wait till I learn how to make it. And when I learn how to make one, I'll make you one. But it is just absolutely gorgeous. Whoops. If y'all notice, I had to take my map down just for the next 2 days because they're coming to change my air conditioner filter, and it's behind this door. And my map kind of fits over that. And I don't want the maintenance man to rip my map up trying to open the door in case I'm not here when they come. So I got that all ready for them. Okay, let's see. Who else? Crystal M, welcome. And I think I got everybody, PJ. I think so. Okay. If I did,
Yeah, it looks like a lot of love was put in that.
yes. And it was her first time doing that particular pattern. She did the one for me and the one for my granddaughter. Hello, Crystal, Phoenix Rising. Welcome. Okay, so yes, it is my 62nd birthday. Ah! I was turning 59 when I
Does that feel better?
yeah, yeah. When I started my channel, that's why I named it Living My Best Life at 60 because I was turning 60 from 59. And now that I'm 62, I keep thinking, well, I need to go in there and change it, but then I'd have to change it every year to add the years to it. So I'm not doing that. I'm not going to keep. changing it. I'll just still be in my 60s, I should have said, instead of just 60. Okay, Crystal, she says she's actually babysitting her nephew, but she wanted to jump in and say hi.
For some reason, these are in delay.
Do what now? What you're listening to is
These
in
are in
delay?
delay.
Yeah. You have it on your YouTube channel?
That's okay. We'll fake it. We're good at it.
I can point to you.
Yeah, I'm painting my hair pink and purple for you, honey.
Yay, that is so cool.
And we blew up a balloon, and I forgot.
Yeah.
I got party whistles. Hey, we're gonna have a party.
We are having a party.
It's it. I know. And all these people are going, who in the world has she invited to this channel?
Well,
That's me. That's me.
that's
All of
Claudia
me.
Luzin. She is a new friend from over at the village. So a lot of the people in the chat today are from the village. So everybody reach out and get to know everyone. If you don't have a blue wrench, let me know. I'm pretty sure I've got everybody. And it must be streaming over on your chat because my phone says there's 6 people and the chat says there's 14. So let me go over to your chat and see. You might actually have it streaming right. Let's see.
You mean my channel may be looking at me like this too?
It might. Let's see.
That's okay. That's all right. As long as it makes people smile, that's what we're here for. We're here for birthday parties and we're here for smiles. That's
Well, I don't see it on there. So,
No. Okay. It is what it is.
Yeah,
what it
I
is.
don't understand though why it would be saying the difference in the
in the numbers.
But that's okay. I don't care. I'll take whatever numbers I can get. I'm not picky when it comes to numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
You're not echoing now, so
maybe,
that's a good
maybe
thing.
I just needed to refresh because now it says 13 on here.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Nancy from our treasured home.
Oh, there's Mac.
Uh-huh. All right. So, you know, being that I was born in 1963, I remember life without microwaves. I remember black and white television. I remember a party line on your phone that we had to ask the other people to get off the phone if you needed to make a phone call. I remember
or you listened for the rings. Remember we're listening for the rings? If it rang 2 times fast and 3 times slow or something like that, then it was for you. You always had to listen for the ring. And then you knew it was for your call. Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. I grew up in a little subdivision between 2 towns, but we had our own elementary school. So the first, all from kindergarten to like 5th grade, I went to the same school, and it was only a few blocks away, and so I would walk there and back. And my daughter always says, yeah, and she didn't have to walk uphill in the snow for miles or anything like that. But
mine was just at the end of the street. It was just at the end of the street. So
mine was fine. Teresa says, girl, me too, 1963, no cell phones or computers, and we had the man on the moon. Exactly.
Yeah, that was our big thing. That was our big thing. We had 3 channels, TV channels.
Yeah.
And it went dum, 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 dum. And we were always, us kids were always the channel changer. Get up and change channel.
We had rabbit ears. We had the rabbit ears with the tin foil on them. And we had to go out there
with the foil. And you had to adjust the host depending on the channel you put it on.
Signal. Yeah. I can remember when we got our first colored television. We were the first one on our block to get the colored television, and so people would actually come
Oh, how
over.
popular were
Exactly.
you?
They would come over and be like, "Can I watch the color TV?" Sure. But not all the shows were in color at first. Even though we had color television,
Exactly.
we didn't have, they didn't broadcast them in.
Still, Gilligan's Island was in black and white.
Yeah. Crystal Phoenix says, I'm 1983. Okay, so wow, you're 20 years younger than me.
Oh, wow. Well, honey, I got a kid older than you. Let's not go there.
All right, Val, have a good trip to town, and I will talk to you soon. Surviving Together says 1972.
72, there you go. Now we're getting closer.
Yeah.
I won't tell you what year I graduated high school.
Oh, let me tell you a funny story about that.
No, I graduated,
I graduated
Go
in
ahead.
1981, and I was working.
Okay.
When I was working at Walmart, one of my best favorite manager that I really liked, his name was Jason. And one day we got to talking, and he said something about 1981. And I said, oh, the year I graduated. And he goes, that's the year I was born. I said, oh, I'm old enough to be your mama. I said, I didn't realize I was that much older, Oh, it was funny, though. The village.
Oh, honey, we're never that much older until we put our glasses on and look in the mirror. You know what I mean?
Misha is 1985.
Yeah, so I was class of 01. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because he was class of 2000. I mean, I still have crap from his graduation. This is class of 2000. I figured one day it'll mean something to him. You know what I mean? But I was born the last month of the 50s, 59.
Oh, okay.
So I was, yeah. So I was barely a 50s child. I was born in 61. Okay, so you touched by yarn. You're pretty close to the same age.
Well, actually, she's my sister's age because my sister is 2 years older than me, and she was born in 61, and her birthday is February 1st.
There you go.
So for the next 2 weeks, we're only a year apart, and then
okay,
2 years apart again. So
then you separate again. Yeah.
So. I'm so glad that my daughter made a Facebook post about my birthday, but she used a picture I don't really care for. But that's okay because she likes that picture. But I did not particularly care for that picture, but it's okay. I know she loves me, and that's what matters. Oh, Mrs.
She put it up. She remembered the birthday, so that's a. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she always remembers my birthday. And when I was married, my ex-husband would never let her buy me the presents that she wanted to buy me. He would always discourage her and get something else because he thought he knew better what to get me than she knew. Well, when she was a little kid, true, but the older she got, the more she knew what I would like. So my first birthday after we broke up or he left or whatever, however you want to say it, she did my birthday all by herself. She went and got all my presents and everything and brought them to work and surprised me. And I was like so touched. And she said, this is what I wanted to do, every year, but Daddy wouldn't let me and this and that. And I'm like, well, I'm glad you're going to do that and celebrate. So she always, Christmas, Valentine's Day, birthday, she always, Mother's Day, she always remembers all of that. So that's good. I'm glad.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. I kind of, Yeah, yeah. My son, Other, and I were born on the same date. Not the same year, the same, but the same
Okay.
date. So he kind of remembers that because it's the same number. That's the way he remembers.
Okay. That makes it easy.
But I graduated, and a lot of you may remember, I graduated the bicentennial year,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
76. 76. That was a big thing when that was going on. Do you recall? Everybody was wearing red, white, and
Yeah.
blue, and everybody was wearing flags and stars and the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was then. And now we're here. Now we're here with a lot more life experience
Exactly.
and
And I was
and
glad to wake up this morning.
a lot more love. I have a lot more love in my heart than I did then. Do you? I don't know about maybe it's because of the
Yeah.
experience. You
Yeah.
know,
Hey, Art.
I've learned
Welcome.
to.
I think we all, as you age, I think you realize how important that love is, and you realize that
Maybe that's what it
in
is.
order to
You
get it,
treasure it
you need to
more.
give it out. Exactly. And you definitely find
Yeah.
that over at the Village. If y'all do not know the Village, you need to go over. A lot of these channels that are in here today are from the Village, and they are the most loving, kind group of people I've ever met. And I've enjoyed getting to know them so much.
Yes. Yes. Oh, there's the village right
Yeah.
there. Yes. Yes. Also, Surviving Together, Mac will be on this evening. And she's part of the
Yeah.
village. So I just wanna plug that a little bit.
Right. She goes on at
But
6, I think.
huh,
Is it 6 o'clock that she goes?
it depends on the
Oh, yeah.
time. I mean, it depends on where you're
Yeah.
at. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah. I get so confused with that.
I do too. I'm always,
I
are
really
we
do.
talking my time or are we talking your time? Is your time my time or is that a different time? Yeah.
First of all, where do you live? So I know what time you're talking about. So.
Hey, Brazy. She changed it from Brazy Girl to just Brazy.
How
And
crazy!
welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm so happy to see
Hi,
everybody.
Tiff.
Normally on my Wednesday live, we talk about, positive, uplifting stuff. We celebrate if anybody has a birthday, an anniversary, a promotion, if they've hit a milestone on YouTube or anything like that. So it is very fitting that my show today is all about my birthday. So wonderful.
Yay! 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 Oh, 6 p.m. Eastern
Okay, so
is when Surviving is
okay,
going to be on.
good, good. I will
Yeah.
be I will be at the YMCA probably by then working out, but I will take my headphones and I will listen. I'll walk on the treadmill while I'm listening. That's what I'll do.
Do you
I go to
really?
the
Good for
I go to the
you.
YMCA on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And
That's
those 3
wonderful.
days I take my granddaughter back into town to meet my daughter. But she works late on Tuesdays and
Uh-huh.
Thursdays. And so on Tuesday and Thursday nights, she comes here and then we usually have dinner together. So that's how my week kind of works out. So the thing about going to the Y, my insurance company pays for my membership for free. So I have no excuse not to use it. So I used to go there swimming, but now I'm just using the equipment and the treadmill and stuff. Hey, DJ Nico, welcome, welcome.
Yo. I've been trying to find a Y that would do swimming, and none of them seems to. They all want to.
Yeah,
It's all little kids
ours
swimming.
still does have the swimming, and I may go when the weather warms up. But in the winter months, they put a big dome tent over the swimming pool, and then they heat the water, and so it's not too bad. But you freeze from coming out from under that dome, getting back
Out.
into the building. So that is a little shocking to your system when you get out, So I don't usually go in the winter months, but I do like to swim in the, in the summertime or whatever. So,
Yes, I love to swim. I love to swim.
but I
Can't,
finally
but I love to
realized
do it.
that I wasn't maybe using enough weight on the machines because I really was never sore afterwards. And I was talking to
Uh-huh.
this lady, and she's really, muscular and trim, and I was like, okay, tell me your secret. What are you doing? And so she told me the way to do the machines was to like pick a weight that you can lift. So like we'll say 20 pounds. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Do some of
Uh-huh.
that at 20 pounds and then go up a little bit higher and do some, even if you can't do as many at the higher weight. And then maybe the next time you go, you'll start at that higher weight and then increase. But so each time you do it, you want to be increasing. So I did what she said on Monday. And yesterday I was fine. Today, both my arms and my legs are sore. And I'm like, maybe it worked what she told me to do. So I'm excited to go tonight and see if I can start at that heavier weight or if it'll be too much. So, but
That's exciting. Yeah, it seems like you would just get into an endorphin rush just
oh,
doing it,
you
just
feel
the
so much
activity.
better afterwards. I know it releases certain chemicals in your body that are the feel good
Uh-huh.
hormones, so you do feel good. Hey,
Right.
Carver, welcome. But my thing about it is that some days it's a struggle just to even get there, yet alone do anything. So I
Yeah.
reward
Yeah.
myself and be proud of myself if I make the effort to go. And then if I actually do what I'm supposed to do when I'm there, then I'm like really proud of myself, that I went. But I just go through
And
those.
once you get home, it's like, I did
Yeah, it's
it.
like,
I
okay,
did
I
it. I
knocked
did it.
that off. So
Yes,
it,
yes. You should be proud of
yeah, I
yourself. I'm the same way with walking the dog. He looks at me and I'm like, I don't want it. And by the time I do it and I walk with him and and then I get back and I'm like, you know what? We did it. We did it. So
well,
anyway,
I have my
yeah.
little Chiweenie, and that's a Dotson Chihuahua mix little dog, and she loves to go on
Uh-huh.
walks, but she gets tired. It's like we'll get like halfway into the walk, and she's over here like, pick me up, and I'm like, I was thinking about that this summer that I plan on doing a lot of walking around my little town, and I was like, I can take the dog, and then I was like, no, if you take the dog, you'll be carrying her halfway back. So I said, yeah, no,
Get one of those
yeah,
dog carts. What do they
a
call
little
those?
doggy stroller.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. She looks like
Yeah.
that. Like, golly, you walked me too far. I don't want to go anymore. It's like, let's
Well, and this dog isn't mine. I'm just babysitting. It's my son's dog. I'm a cat person. I have a blind cat around here
Aw.
somewhere. But he's not very entertaining, so he stays pretty much to himself.
Aw.
So,
Well, he is
well,
beautiful. Too.
that's how I found him. I found him at the pound, and he was in a cage for what was it, like 2
Oh,
years, completely blind, and nobody wanted him.
oh.
He and all he was doing was getting fingers poked at him
Mhm.
through the cage. You know how
Yeah.
you do. You poke, and he couldn't tell what was going on. It was just, he was. And they told me when I looked at him and I said, "You and I, we're both broken. Nobody wants us. Come on, we're meant to be together."
Aw.
So I brought him home, and they told me when I brought him home, they said, "He'll never be any good. He'll never leave his cage. He'll never be able to, function. He'll never be able to find anything. He can't see. He can't do this. He can't do that." My goodness. He goes out. He goes adventuring out into the yard. All the neighbors know him. They text me and they say, "Hey, we saw Boo out here. He's okay. Just wanted to let you know." I mean, he's so independent. He's a total cat. He just can't see. You know, the only time he ever gets mad at me is if I move the furniture.
I was just going to say that. Hello, old guy in Colorado. I had a blind poodle one time, and he was the
Yeah.
same way. He was great. And as long as, because I had a little chihuahua too, like when they would go out in the yard, he'd follow the
Uh-huh.
chihuahua, so he could have the sense of where he was like that. But when I would move the
Uh-huh.
furniture, he would go jump in to go up onto the sofa or something and be like, "Oh, it's not there anymore." So I would almost be like, "Here
Yeah.
you go. Here's where the couch is now."
Yeah. Boo does the banging of the head. He'll be walking along and boom, he'll bang into furniture.
Oh my goodness.
But he doesn't walk very fast because of his sight. He doesn't walk very fast, so it's just a boom, and then he goes, "Oh," and then he doesn't talk to me for another 2 or 3 days.
Misha
But he's a cat.
Misha said our
It's
newest little
it's all right.
gal lived her whole life in a cage. Her poor paws are huge and scarred from climbing to the top when it stormed. Fur babies deserve chances
Oh,
and love too. So worth it. I know. I
yeah,
can't even go
yeah.
to the pound or even like at PetSmart, they'll have like the Humane Society there on a weekend or something with animals for adoption, and I can't even look at them because I know I would come home with a bunch of them. I'd be like, oh, but this one's so sad. This one really needs a home. And my clothes, he doesn't like
Well,
anybody else.
yeah.
So
Well, they have a no-kill animal shelter around no, down the
yeah.
street. And if I wasn't babysitting this big moose, I would probably have a house full of black cats. I love black cats, and they're the hardest ones to adopt. Nobody wants a black cat. No one wants a black cat. And then there's a certain season that they get treated the
Oh yeah.
worst. They get treated,
Yeah.
you know, and that's just, and so I was like, okay, I'll take you all. I'll take you all in. We'll take over the whole neighborhood.
Well,
I'll be the old lady with the cats.
at one point
I got the old lady part. I just need the cats
at
now.
one point before I had my daughter, we lived out in the country, and I had like 11 cats in my house, and I had probably 10 or
I
11
love
dogs
that.
outside. Some of the dogs were inside because they didn't mind the cats, but some of the dogs didn't like the cats. They were had to be outside dogs. I think I only had one or two that were outdoor cats that actually they would come in and eat and get played with, but then they would go back out. But the rest of them were in the house the whole time. And
Yeah,
people would come over and they would be like, I can't
yeah.
believe it doesn't smell like a cat box in here. And I'm like, well, no, because I clean up after my kitty cats. I mean, it only is going to smell if you don't take care of it.
Well, and that's what they said about Boo. They said my cat. They said, well, he'll never be able to find his litter box, and he'll never, 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 never. And within, I think, 3 months of him living here, he never touched it again. Never. He wanted to go outside. He found out there was an
Yeah.
outside. He doesn't want to be in the house. All he does is come in the house and eat and sleep, and then he goes right back outside. He he's a cat. He's a cat. He doesn't do. I mean, the only thing is he can't
Yeah.
see. And if he hears a strange noise, you can see he pauses and his head turns towards that sound. If it's a different voice or
Yeah.
something. But besides that, you can't tell. You can't tell.
Max says
Except at
my
night.
black cat got stolen out of my yard just before Halloween one year and then dropped at a humane society the Monday after. Well, at least they, didn't
That's
do something
terrible.
else to it. That's um Misha says, body illusion, you are beautiful.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see. I'm trying to remember what was my best birthday. I don't really think I had like,
Oh, you like the color of my hair?
I do.
Pink and purple.
Yeah. So I said you're all festive to celebrate my birthday. Hmm. Trying to think. None of my bir-
I don't know where that noise is coming from.
None of my birthdays stand out in my mind as being special or
It's me. It's me. It's me.
Oh, I won't forget this year. I'll remember this birthday. But I know I've always celebrated my birthday and I've never had like a problem with getting older, except for that 59 to 60 year. That was rough. Um, and I don't know why. I don't know why 60 hit me so hard. But 62, yeah, it's okay. I think I'll be fine.
Yeah. 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 I'm I'm echoing again too. Yeah. What are you doing, girl?
I hate that you got the delay. Sophia, welcome. And no, I'm not going to try to pronounce her name. I have no idea how to say that. But Nico told me her name is Sophia. So that's easier. Ah. See, there's Mock and then there's Mac. There's So Sophia is easier for me to say. So I wonder what the rest of this month is going to be like. My daughter was talking about that last night, saying that so much has already happened just in January of this new year.
This is very confusing to me, honey.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, I'm hearing the very beginning of the show again,
Oh,
along with what you're saying. It's very weird.
that is weird.
Say something. Say something. Say
That is
something gorgeous
weird.
to me.
I wonder why that's happening.
Now I don't hear
You
it.
don't hear it?
Huh. I don't know what's going on. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Are we having
Yes,
fun?
we're having fun.
Are we having fun? Then that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Oh, goodness.
If I look with a dumb look on my face, it's normal.
Oh my goodness. What was your show about today? I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Who knows? Who knows? Everybody always asks me, like when we did the Christmas and the New Year's thing, they said, "What is your topic?" And I went, "Topic? I never have a topic." I think I ended up talking about Beans not feeling well, the dog not feeling well. I think is what I ended up talking about. I start with something and then the chat takes me wherever the chat takes me, and that's the way I go. You know, yeah.
Nico said one of the worst birthdays was my 30th, spent alone amid divorce. Yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been bad. Hi,
Well, Nico, you're here with us now, honey.
That's right.
You're here with us now. We'll celebrate your birthday, your 30th birthday with Echo. She'll share. She'll share. Happy birthday, honey. Happy birthday.
Oh, goodness. I'm glad I don't have a story like that I have one that was really horrible, because I don't. They're all, they've all been good, but.
Yeah, well, like I said, my birthday is around holidays, so it never was really it was just always kind of thrown into the holiday. So it was never really a big thing. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I
So
got a lot of presents that were part Christmas, part birthday, you know. And I'm like,
right,
no, 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 no,
yeah,
no, no. I need a birthday present separate, just a birthday, you know. But
right, right. I don't want the blouse now and the pants
yeah,
later,
right.
right? Kind of thing. Yeah,
Mimi said,
yeah. My grandmother, her birthday was on the 22nd of
oh
December.
yeah.
And what would irk her to no end was getting birthday presents wrapped in Christmas wrapping. She had just drove her
I
nuts.
had an aunt that would do that. She would send me a Christmas present and a birthday present, but they would both be wrapped in Christmas paper. I'm like, no, I
Yeah.
want my
Well,
own.
that's fine. It's handy, but
Yeah.
come on,
Mimi,
guys.
Mimi said that today would have been is her dad's heavenly 96th birthday.
Wow. Well, happy heavenly birthday to him. Yes. Yes.
What do you think our life
Now's the time
expectancy
to think
is?
about the happy thoughts. Now's the time to think about the happy thoughts and the happy times you had together. Yes. Huh?
I
I'm
said,
sorry?
well, how old do you think our life expectancy is? You know, back
Oh,
in the
God. What do we
in
want?
the 20s, like in the 20s and the 30s, you know, if they lived to be 40, 45, that was old, you know. I wonder
Yeah.
what it is now. Like what does the average person, how old does the average person live to?
Probably 80s.
Yeah, I
Don't you
hope
think?
so. I hope at
80s?
least
Yeah.
82, so I have 20 more years. I hope.
I, Me personally, I don't expect it. I don't expect it. My lungs are so thrashed, and as I said, I have TB. So I'm enjoying what I have right this moment, and I'm going to have fun with it.
Well, that's the best way to live, like, you know, every day.
Live for
Okay,
the moment.
exactly.
Live for the moment.
Mimi
Yeah.
said
Yes.
Armenians live to get to 100. Oh, wow.
Really?
I really think the keys, I'm going to
Wow.
Google this because now I've got my curiosity up
Yes.
on
Check that out.
what Google says.
Excuse me. I'm gonna.
Okay. What is the average life expectancy? Okay.
Oh, Brazy. Yeah. 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 You got to give him that props. That. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is it for the United States currently.
Oh.
77 and a half
Oh.
years. This this
Okay.
breaks down to 74.8 for males and 80.2 years for females.
Okay.
Wow. Our life expectancy has slightly increased since the big C pandemic. Wow.
Really?
Shocking.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, but
I don't
I
know
don't,
why, but
I
that's
don't know.
good. Maybe it's the distancing. People, because I know there's people still doing the distancing. You know,
Yes.
I I was always a hugger, and still hugging still hasn't come back. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Oh, I got to go turn her iPad off. I kept hearing this music playing. I was like, what on earth is that?
Uh-huh.
It's my granddaughter's iPad is out there singing to itself.
Did you see that? Let's do it again. Let's do
Okay.
it again. Ready? Ready,
Yep.
Echo? See if we can do it again. Did you
didn't
see?
see it.
Okay, we'll do it this way this time.
Oh, woo!
Did you see it this time?
Party
I'm gonna have such a mess in this room. I don't care.
Says our family gets ridiculously old aside from a few genetic factors. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Misha Lee, our other Misha's twin. Welcome in. So, like I said, I would like to get into my 80s at least. I have
Yeah.
high hopes of getting that old. I don't know. But I really think if you stay active physically and mentally, you have a much better chance of living longer than if you. That's why they say most people go downhill once they retire because they no longer have that job that they have to get up and go to and do whatever kind of work it was they did, that keeps them young. But as long as my granddaughter's around, I will be kept plenty young because she is right.
Oh, she's adorable.
She is something else.
She is adorable. And she is going to be a strong female. Nobody's going to be telling her what to do or how to do it. She has a mind of her own, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That one day I saw her on your, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to be a strong, beautiful woman.
She already
very, very independent.
She already has such a little personality for a 3-year-old.
Yes.
And my daughter and I, we both look at each other like, where'd that come from? Because she has some of us in her too, but her dad's side of the family must have had some sassy women in it too. Because that's, how she does sometimes is very, very sassy. Well, looky there. Misha Lee gave me a birthday gift. Thank you so much.
Aww.
Thank you.
That's so sweet.
Yes. Misha is a wonderful lady. If y'all don't know her channel, you need to go and get to know her channel.
No.
She does devotional on Thursdays. And she just puts up a lot of good content. So y'all check her out. Misha Lee.
Are we getting channels put up? We're getting channels put up, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing a lot of people with channels. Yeah. The channels are getting put up, right?
We will definitely. I will definitely.
Because I'm watching you, honey, because you're pretty. I love this haircut. I love that haircut. It fits you so well. It really does.
Thank you so much. I had a hard time picking it out, trying to decide,
Yeah.
And I've seen so many that I like even more that I'm like, I need a wig budget. So I can just go and buy all different kinds of them.
Depending on your mood.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I want to be a redhead today, or maybe a blonde. Let me see, what do I feel like? Which it's really funny.
One of my great aunts would wonder.
Because you definitely can change your personality based on your hair, I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been a very vain kind of person. I don't wear makeup and I don't get my nails done and, stuff like that. And I just never really thought that much about my hair. But then when I started losing my hair, it was like, hair's very important to a woman. You need your hair,
Yes. Well, to a man as well. Yeah.
Well, and hi, Share Bear too. Welcome. I don't know that I know men go through it, but it just doesn't seem quite the same for a man as it does for a woman. To me, it does.
Well, and men, they have finally decided that shaved head is a good look. So they just shave their heads. So shaved head has finally become the in thing. So that helps a lot. That helps a lot. That, you know. But when I was a kid, probably same with you, they always wore those silly toupees.
Yes, I had an uncle.
There
My uncle Bobby.
we go.
He had hair on the back and the sides, but none on the top. He would
Uh-huh.
take his hair from one
Uh-huh.
side and comb it way over to the other side
Oh, the
and
comb
try to
over.
cover that up. It was hilarious. It's like, what is he doing? Why is he trying to do that?
Yeah, and scared to death of the wind.
Oh yeah,
Don't blow it up because it'll stick straight out.
definitely didn't
Yeah,
want to be out in the wind or anything. But he also wore a baseball hat a lot. Um,
yeah,
So,
yeah,
he covered it up that way too. Then I had another uncle. I used
yeah.
to go with my aunts and uncles every summer. And I think I had like five different aunts and uncles. And their kids were all, my mom was the baby of the family. So their kids were all grown by the time we came along. So we would go and stay the summers, or at least I would. And I had this one, Uncle Forrest. He was completely bald. And I can remember standing in the bathroom doorway watching him wash his face. And he would wash his face and then his head, all the way. And I used to think that was so hilarious. He'd have the washcloth sitting on his bald head. And I'd be like, oh, I wish I could do that. Oh, goodness. I have good memories of those summers. I had another aunt and uncle that lived
See?
on the uh, Tippecanoe River. I mean, on the river. We could walk out their back door and go down and be in the river. And I can remember being
Uh-huh.
in like an inner tube going down the river by their place and loving that, just enjoying that so much. Their house was up on stilts
Oh, really?
because of the
I
river.
thought that was just kind of a song,
No,
Tippy
no, it's a
Canoe
real,
and Tyler
yeah,
too, kind of thing. Wasn't that some kind of election thing or
something, yeah.
something at one
But
time?
it's an actual river, and they have
Oh, it really
their
is.
houses up on stilts because if it rains too much and the river floods, you could flood your house. So you build it up
Right,
high.
right.
Sophie says we always had a blast with Grandpa's comb over because he did the comb over in a windy area and he constantly held his hair. Deep cold night. Rectangular actually when he held like and he had like three brushes. Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah, my grandfather, he used to do the comb over until it got so far over. Finally, I don't know who convinced him, probably his barber, said just, you
yeah,
know, clean it up a little bit. And then he was so much more comfortable. He didn't have to worry about swooping all the time. And he just lived his life. But
yeah.
I mean, I can't really say much. Uh, Other wears bandana. You'll notice he'll wear a
Uh-huh.
bandana a lot because his hairline is kind of scooting back. Boy, do I feel old when you're young and they start to lose their
Oh gosh. Oh, that is so funny. But I really do think men have a lot easier time with that than women do. I joined a Facebook group for ladies who are losing their hair and, trying wigs and the hair toppers and, all of
Uh-huh.
that kind of stuff. And it's really a very sad thing, when people can't find or maybe can't just haven't had the right help to get a good wig, that makes them look good instead of making them look, oh, she has a wig on. Um,
Yeah.
I was very fortunate.
Well, and then there's that Rogaine and all that other, that they promise you the world and the stars in the sky. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
Well, and
I
my
don't.
thing is too is
I,
that if you go to a dermatologist, they're going to give you all kinds of special shampoos and special creams and all this stuff, and there's no proven fact that any of it works. You know, so you're just spending
nah,
money after money after
nah.
money, and you probably aren't going to get any more hair than you already have. You know.
Any results? Yeah, yeah.
Now, I just had my 6 month checkup at my weight loss surgeon's office, and um,
Okay,
I told her, everything was going great except for the hair loss was the only, problem really. But I already had other
huh?
medical conditions that causes hair loss as well. So it was just like the surgery just compounded that problem. It didn't, it,
Thank you, Ned.
yes, thank you. It may not have been as bad if I hadn't had those other things already. But anyway, she said that
Right.
normally people will grow hair back. So I'm hoping that I will grow some hair back um, in time. I don't know, if I will or not, but I'm hoping that I do. And then I'm trying to find Teresa's channel to put her channel up, and I can't see her comment. But I actually wanted to shave my head completely, and my daughter wouldn't let me. She was like, "No, because
Um.
you're not going to want to wear
Now, how long has it been since you had your
6
surgery?
months."
Six
Yes.
months. Okay. Okay. And now you're still doing the
Yeah.
uh, eating every
Yeah.
4 or 5 hour kind of thing, and the protein and
Right.
the whole
And
routine.
they did
Yeah.
my blood work and everything, all my vitamins and minerals and all of that. Everything was good except I'm a little low on vitamin D. So I have to take a vitamin D supplement.
Okay.
But she said that I'm obviously
Okay.
getting enough protein and enough nutrients. Otherwise, other things would be low. So I'm
Okay.
happy
What
about
about your
that.
calcium? A lot of times calcium
Yes,
drops.
I take
Do you
calcium.
take
There's
calcium
Teresa's
pills?
channel. Yes, I take calcium already. And that's one thing I didn't
Oh, okay.
wait. Like a lot of people don't want to take supplements and they wait until they have an issue and then they're trying to build it back up. I was like, no, if I think I'm going to need it, I'm going to take it. So I've been taking pretty
Yeah.
much everything, um,
Good.
ahead of time.
Good. Good. Oh, there she is.
There we go. Okay.
There
Nisha
she
Lee
is.
says, my aunt had thinning hair after her lung transplant. Then it started growing back a couple years later. Now losing again, maybe meds also. Yes. And a lot of
Yeah.
people that have had
Yeah.
their hair lost because of the chemotherapy say that when their hair comes back in, it's curly. Like if they had straight hair, it'll be
Uh
curly
huh.
that comes in. So that's, mine's always been kind of wavy, not really curly, but not straight either. So I'm kind of interested to see when it does come, if it comes back, what, that's going to be like. But my daughter wouldn't let me shave it off all the way because she said it's going to itch so bad when it starts growing. Then you're just going to have to keep
Yeah.
shaving it, and all that. So I just got it cut really, really short so that it doesn't bother me under the wig. Um,
Right.
I'm trying to see
Right.
now.
Yeah, but like they said, it could a lot to be the meds. It could be your body going through it's going through a lot of changes right now.
Yes, yes,
You know, you have 6 months of changes. That's its body's going through a lot
yeah,
of changes.
and
So once it finally levels out, maybe yeah.
yeah,
I do the hospital a couple years ago. I lost all my hair. You know, it was fun.
really.
I had like four because I've always had hair down to my backside, and I had like three strands. All the rest fell out. But once I
Oh
came
no.
home, and well, it's life, it's life. So once I came home, and me personally, I feel it was on all the meds they were giving me, and it
Yeah.
started coming back, and so but yeah, it just give it some time. It'll come back. It'll come back.
Oh,
I
normally
have
these
faith
things
once your body gets
are
regulated, it'll come back.
yeah. Well, I hope so. It's just, of course, it had to fall out in the front, right here in the top and in the front, a little bit on
Okay.
the sides, not too bad, but more so in the front where I can see it. And then if I
Right.
tip my head down and look in the mirror, I'm like, oh no, we can see your scalp. We do not want to see that. Yes, I think Misha had to go, but thank you so much for doing the free membership. That was so nice. And then Norma Kay has been
Oh,
a member my whole time, and she just rejoined. So that's great. I'm glad to see that. So happy. Oh, the itching is annoying. I got an undercut, and certain lengths is growing back are crazy itchy. Oh, Sophia, I can imagine.
oh, I
Yeah.
bet.
Mm-mm.
Especially undercuts because the top hair was bothering the short under
Yes,
hairs. Yes,
yes.
yes. I could see it being just, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there's all things
It's cute though when it's
possible.
done.
Let me put her channel up. She's a good channel too. Mm, okay, there we go.
I got confetti. I got confetti all
Oh
over the floor.
no.
My poor dog. Oh, that's okay.
I hope he doesn't try to eat it.
That's all right. Oh no, 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 no.
My little Chewini, she loves any kind of paper, any kind of,
Oh, okay.
wrapper, um, anything she can get her hands on. A paper towel, a tissue, doesn't matter what it is. If she gets it, she's going to
Uh-huh.
shred it. And she'll get it. And a lot of times she'll get a hold of something and she'll like run like she's going to hide it. Like she doesn't want you to be able to get it from her. And then you'll find like a
Right.
little pile of stuff tore up and you're like, now where did that come from? Oh, yeah, I remember what that was. That was what the dog got a hold of. And I don't know how many of the
That's
baby's
cute. That's
toys
cute.
she has chewed up. She and like a lot of her little people, they don't have hands on them anymore. She will, because they're hard plastic. She will get those hands and just chew like crazy on them. It's like, no, 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 don't
Oh,
chew.
really?
Barbie
Oh, okay.
dolls. She likes to
Okay.
chew on the hands and the feet of the Barbie dolls.
Uh huh. They're just the
Yeah.
right
And
size.
she thinks they're for her. She doesn't know the difference between a baby toy and a doggy toy. Although I have to admit, the
Right.
baby has got two of the dog's toys in her toy box because they're little one's a little Snoopy dog and the other one's a little hot dog in a bun thing. And she thinks they're kid toys. So every time I put them back in there with the dog, she's like, wash them. I want them. And then I'll wash them and then she gets them and puts them in her toy box. So
Oh,
crazy.
okay. So the baby and the dog are fighting over the toys.
Yes. And she
That's
had
cute.
a little
That's
pair of these.
cute.
She loves the little doctor kits. Well, I found a little dentist kit, and she likes the dentist too. So it had
Huh?
these little, they were like scissors, but on the end of them, they had like little prongs. So more like a tweezer. But anyway, she decides to feed
Okay.
the dog bones into the cage with the tweezer thingies and dropping the bones down into the cage. Well, she drops the tweezer thingies in there. She comes running out of the room screaming, and I'm like, I didn't know, what happened. And come to find out, she was
Right.
upset, thinking Chloe was going to chew up her little tweezer things before I could get them out of there. I'm like, no, Granny can open the door and get the tweezers out for you. But she'll sit in there for hours and talk to the dog and give her treats and just have a grand old time. But as soon as I let Chloe loose, she jumps up on the bed and she's like, "Don't get me, don't get me." But as long as the dog's in the cage, she's safe. Then she doesn't, she'll sit there and pet her through the cage and talk to her and everything. But she don't like her when she's running around because she is a little bit of a hyper dog. She does kind of, want to jump up and stuff.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
busy. Yeah.
So
yeah.
that.
That's sweet. That's sweet. You should film that.
They're really good.
The filming, make little shorts of it.
I don't know if I put it on. I think it's on mine, but it's really old. She was still in her pack and play for her nap time. And one day I went in there to check on her, and Chloe was up on my bed looking at her in the pack and play, and she was standing up in the pack and play looking at Chloe. Like, as long as we don't touch, we'll be okay. But that little thing, she figured out how to climb out of that pack and play, so that had to go. I had to get a little cot for her to sleep on because she will not.
Yeah.
I was afraid of her falling out the bed, so I got her the cot. But now she thinks, I'm a big girl, I should get to sleep in the bed. And I'm like, I don't know. You might have an accident. Granny can wash the cot a lot better than she can wash the mattress, so we better keep you on the cot for now. Well, she's doing really good being potty trained, so I'm pleased with that. Because it took a lot of work.
Well, when mine was little, it wasn't really the potty training part. It was the rolling around, because by the time about halfway through the night, I would end up with his feet.
Oh my gosh!
Because he would do, what I'm talking about? How they just keep moving and moving and moving, and then the next thing you know, their head's at your feet, and you got they're feeding your nose. It's like, okay, turn it back around again.
Yeah.
It's wonderful memories. Wonderful memories.
My daughter never slept in the bed with us, but she was allowed to come get in bed with us. Like if she woke up with a bad dream or, whatever during the night or whatever. So there was plenty of mornings that I woke up and she was in the bed with us, but she hadn't started out in the bed, but she would manage to find her way. But she's the kind of kid that when she's around me, she is still my little girl. I mean, when she's sick, she's like, I need my mama to come take care of me, and things like that. And I'm just like, I'm so glad, that she remembers how much I took care of her and everything, because when you're doing all that stuff and they're so young, you don't think they're going to remember, and then when they get grown,
and she may not remember, but she remembers the feeling.
Well, there's a lot
comfort,
of things that she does,
the security
that she does with my granddaughter that I did with her. And she'll be like, I'm reliving my childhood through her, I'm like, I know that's how it is, So, but I've got a really good kid. I really do. She's a really good kid and smart and giving, and she's just the best. And I'm glad she's a teacher because those kids need that, So they know.
Okay, so you have the one daughter.
One daughter.
And how many grandchildren? Do you just have one granddaughter? Oh my goodness, a bunch of women in the house.
And my daughter did not like being an only child. And so she always said if she had children, she was going to have more than one, so it wouldn't be an only child. And I said, well, that's good. You'll see after you have the first one, you'll see if you want to have more or not, and, she hasn't had a second one. So I guess she's pretty content with the one she's got. And, this morning, matter of fact, her neighbors were making a lot of noise. And I think there's 4 or 5 kids that live in the apartment next to her. And she said, that's the thing when you have a bunch of kids, not only are the kids at each other, and doing stuff, but then you got to try to be the referee and supervise all these children. She said, yeah, I think I'm glad I only have the one. And I was like, yeah, see, I told you, there's nothing wrong with only having one, you know. Yeah.
But yeah. I'm an only child, and my son's an only child. So, yeah, that's, and it works. It works. I was content being an only child. I had a lot of cousins and
Yeah.
things like that, where if I wanted to go somewhere or do something, they come on, body illusion, let's go. And off I'd go with them. So when you have three, one more is really not going to make it that big a difference.
Well, that's true.
So they always grab me up and I went along. So
see if that shows. Yeah, okay. We didn't have a whole lot of cousins because, like I said, my mom was the youngest, so everybody else was older than us. But it was me and my sister, and then 6 years later, my brother came along. And I don't know if it's because we were girls and he was a boy or what, but we were never, as close to him as we are to each other. The girls, we kind of,
yeah,
I guess had longer time to bond or something. I don't know. But my little brother, he was a little hellion when he was little. He would come into your room and get in your stuff and, just, you'd be like, get out.
Yeah, see, that could have been a little bit of it right there too. Yeah, just being ornery.
And he was.
Yeah, I had a brother. I had a cousin, a male cousin, and we got along fine as long as I played what he played. Which wasn't any big deal. It was Hot Wheels. So we played Hot Wheels. I had fun. Well,
that's like my daughter. She said she didn't want to give my granddaughter only gender toy, like only girl toys. She wanted her to be able to play with whatever she wanted to play with. And so I'm the one that actually started telling her there's a difference between boys and girls, because doing her preschool stuff, some of the pictures that I show her and stuff have got, a boy and a girl, right? Two little kids playing together, a boy and a girl, and I would say, oh, look what the little boy is doing, or look what the little girl is doing. And she would be like, they're both girls. And I'm like, no, this one is a boy. So instead of her getting confused about girls and boys, she thinks everybody's a girl.
Everybody's a girl.
And it's like, no, there are boys. Daddy is a boy. It's like, because she just thinks, well, everybody's just like her, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Not quite. But we're trying to get her ready now to go to pre-K next in the fall. And there's a few little.
Now, is there a test for that? Some states have tests.
No,
for that.
There's not a test
to go into pre-K that they have to know the ABCs, or they have to be able to spell their name, or there's some kind of test
ahead of time. But they don't have to actually take a test. And then if they don't know it, I guess, but see, that's why they go, that's the year before they go to kindergarten. So hopefully whatever they haven't learned at home, they'll catch up in that year. And then when they start kindergarten, they'll be good. But it's like little habits that I've let her have. Like sometimes when she goes to the bathroom, she wants me to stand there and hold her hand or read her a story.
Okay.
So my daughter's like, you've got to.
Okay. That's not going to happen in pre-K.
I'm not going to go in there with you and hold your hand and read you a story. So you got to get done doing that. So, and then like she doesn't like to have to sit down to eat because she's busy playing. So she wants to be able to just kind of go by, get a bite, then go run around, and then come back, get another bite, instead of like sit down and eat your meal, So my daughter's like, you got to get her to where she'll sit down to eat. You can't have her running around, at preschool when she's supposed to be. you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we'll
Yeah.
try that, you know. But it's just funny. All the things that
Yeah,
I
we'll
let her get
see.
away with for 3 years. Now my daughter's like, no, she can't do that anymore. And so I'm like, okay.
But that's what grandmas are for. To get away with all that kind of
Exactly.
stuff.
And she already knows that Granny is gonna, you know, comfort her and love her. And she all the time, like if her mama's in a bad mood or something, and she'll say, I want to stay with you, Granny. Like, I don't want to go home. You know, I know mommy's in a bad mood, you know. It's like, no, mom, you'll be okay. She won't be in that bad mood at you. You know, she's just upset about work or, you know, whatever. And then my poor son in law,
Whatever. Yeah.
he doesn't say a whole lot, you know, anytime. He's very introverted and very quiet. And the baby is all real loud and, you know, excited and everything.
That's what I was just going to
She'll
say. She's going to rule the
she'll run in
roost.
there and be like, Daddy, look at my toy. Look at this. Look at that. And my daughter will be just sitting there like, oh my God, is he getting a awakening right now of having to deal with her being crazy? It's funny. But she calls him her little daddy.
Wait till she's in her teens.
And she'll say, I just love my little daddy. And we're like, don't call him a little daddy.
My
You know?
little
It's funny though when she says it. It makes you laugh, you know.
How
And
adorable.
on
How
the days that I
adorable.
have to go to the doctor, I always schedule my appointment for like 8 o'clock in the morning. And so instead of going over there at 6 o'clock
Uh-huh.
and picking her up from my daughter when she's going to work, then my son-in-law watches her because he doesn't go to work until like 1 o'clock. So he'll watch her in the morning. So my daughter will
Uh-huh.
tell her when she puts her to bed, you know, Granny's going to come get you later, but you get up and spend time with Daddy, you know, before Granny gets there or whatever. So the other morning I go to pick her
Uh-huh.
up and she's like, I'm not done playing with my little daddy. I was like, get in the car, we're going. I don't care if you're done playing with him or not, you know. But it was so cute.
That's so
Like, you know,
cute. That's so
we were
cute.
told she would be playing with her
That's
dad.
so
And she was going to
charming.
take full advantage of that. Hello, Blessed Budget by Abigail. How are you this morning? Now, here's a very upbeat channel. She is so full of energy and such an upbeat kind of person.
Oh,
She
good.
does the
Oh,
all the
good.
savings challenges and the budgeting and all that. She's a lot of fun to watch. So I will put her.
Oh, good. I love upbeat
Yeah,
channels.
I
Yes.
do too. So everybody,
Yeah, I just don't feel there's enough happiness in the world. There needs to be more happiness.
yeah,
There just needs to be more
yeah,
happiness. Yeah, that's all I'm thinking, you know.
yes, I agree with you.
Oh,
So,
thank you for sharing the
so
channel.
many,
Perfect.
so many
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are.
Smiles go a long
Yeah,
way.
we were talking about that yesterday too. You know how you go through a drive-through window, and the person doesn't really even speak. They're like, "Here's your food," you know, or puts their hand out for the money or whatever. And
Yeah,
I tell my daughter, I said, you know, I purposely will say, "Are you having a good day?" You know, or something, you know, say something to try to get. And sometimes they look at you like, "What? You spoke to me? What did you say?" You know, I'm like, "Oh my God,
yeah.
I couldn't do that
But
job."
it does. It wakes them up out of that.
Yeah, I'm like, I could not do that job
Yeah, I couldn't
all
do
day
that job.
long and not ever smile or ever say, you know, hello or something.
I couldn't do a job I didn't enjoy
Oh
to
no,
start with. If I wasn't going to have fun at it or feel I was accomplishing something, I wouldn't be.
yeah.
You know, I couldn't get up in the morning and go, oh, I get to do it again.
You know, and that's why I don't like the fact that kids go to college right after high school. I think they need some life experience to be able to know what it is their career could be, you know, what they're going to want to be.
Right.
Because you supposedly,
What's out
you
there?
know, that career is supposed to be for your whole life. So you're talking, 40, 50 years
Right.
of doing a job. It should be something that you like and that you enjoy. Shouldn't be just something, and I think we make
Right.
them pick too early in life what it is they want to go to school for. And they don't really know themselves. I think everybody should take a year off after high school and just live, whether that means having a part-time job so that you figure out you don't want to have a part-time job, that you want a full-time job. Or if it means traveling, maybe you don't want to live where you live. Maybe you really want to explore and, pick somewhere new to live or something. But just all kinds of things that once you have a job, once you get married, you can't really explore those kind of things because now you have responsibilities. So
Right.
I think everybody should take that year.
Right.
And even if that means the parents supporting them another year so that they could do these things, or they could work part-time during high school to save up money to support themselves while they did it. But anyway, just so that you could actually figure out, like, who am I? What do I like to do? Where do I want to do that job at? Where do I want to live? All those kind of things. And then go to school and get your degree. Instead of, I have two really good friends that
Right.
both went to college, both got degrees. Neither one of them work in the field that they got their degrees in. And they messed around that first year of
Yes, I
college.
have friends like that. I have a friend that has a master's, and she doesn't do anything with it, and I'm thinking, wow,
And
it shows you're very intelligent, and a lot of money was spent,
yes,
and you're doing
yes.
this,
And both of these
you
kids,
know?
they messed around their first year of college, so they had to go 5 years instead of 4 years. So their parents paid out all this
Uh-huh.
money, because they both went out of town to go to college. So they had to pay for the room and board and, the tuition and the whole 9 yards. And then neither one of them had,
Right.
they both have careers they're happy in, but it's not the careers that they went to school for. And I just find that so
Right.
surprising that you could spend 5 years going to school for something and then decide, I don't want to do that. I want to do, whatever. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't get that. I really,
It seems like within the 5 years, you would have figured
yeah,
out that's really not what
yeah.
you wanted to
That's,
do,
and I think
you know?
kids think, well, I have to, my parents want me to go to college. I have to get some kind of a college degree. And then they pick some like really weird subject to get a degree in. But what kind of job can you get with that degree is more the question
Right.
to be asking, not just, okay, so I have a degree in, 18th century art, or
Yeah.
something, Okay, what are you going to do with that? What does that qualify you to do? Like, if
Teach
you don't
more
want to work
15th
at an
century
art
art.
gallery
I
or
guess you'd be a
historical
teacher.
or something,
But
Yeah,
I've also
something.
seen people
But
that
we,
have gone a couple of years and then they've changed, you know, their
majors,
their
yeah, and go for something
their
else.
majors, which, I mean, it's more money, but at least it seems like they found a direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've changed their direction, which is
And I
also,
think that
I think
happens
it's
when they
positive.
don't know. Yeah.
Who they are.
And I don't think, they know what they want to do. I didn't
Yeah.
know when I was right out of high school, I had no clue. And so I did exactly what my parents told me to do. And I only did that job for probably 4 or 5 years. And then I went back to school and did something else because that wasn't really what I wanted to do. But,
Uh-huh.
back then in the 80s, if your parents told, and the way I was raised too, my parents,
Oh, okay.
I would never have gone against them. If that's what they wanted me to do, that's what I was going to do.
Oh,
But
okay.
I wish now that I hadn't done that. I wish I had said, no, that's not, that's not what I want to do. I want to do something else.
Yeah. My
So
mother
then
and
part of the
father are
time,
both tall and very thin. Tall and thin. So, my mother expected me to be tall and thin, not a weeble like I am. So she always, so she always thought I would, because that was during the time that you had to have a weight size and you had to have a height size and all that stuff. She wanted me to be a, at the time they called them stewardess. She wanted me to be in the traveling, you know, and I was, thank goodness, because I'm not, I'd be knocking over glasses all over the place with this wide behind. I'm not built that way. so yeah, she wanted me to be a stewardess, and I just, it didn't appeal to me. It didn't appeal to me at all, you know?
Yeah.
But what did your family decide they wanted you to be?
Well, I like to help people and I wanted to help people. And so there was
Okay.
a program at our local hospital that you could go to school for 2 years and become an x-ray tech. So that's what they
Oh,
wanted
okay.
me to do. And I did that.
Okay.
And I didn't mind the job of taking the x-rays. I enjoyed the learning about all about the body and everything. But when it
Right.
came time to actually not no longer be a student and actually be doing the work, I didn't realize how many elderly people that their doctors order a bunch of nonsense tests that just basically put them through a lot of
A
pain
lot of
and
torture.
suffering,
Mhm.
and then they're not going to do, yeah, and they're not going to do anything if they find something wrong. When you're 90 something years old curled up in the fetal position, what are they going to do if they do find something wrong? They're not going to operate on you.
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
and I would, that was typically the patients that I got.
Right.
And either that or little kids with a broken arm or a broken leg, and you're having to
Oh,
try to get the x-ray of it, and they're
that's so much
screaming
pain.
because it hurts. you know and so after about 5 years, and I made the mistake of going to work at the cancer center,
Ew.
um, doing cancer treatments. And then, and even that at first was fine until I realized that when somebody doesn't show up for their appointment, it's because they passed away,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then it was like my dad passed away from cancer, and it was like, yeah, no, I am not in the right place. I'm not in a good headspace to be dealing with people who are,
That's
suffering like that.
that's the reason I really think
So
very highly of people that are in the hospice field,
yeah,
because it
yeah.
takes a strong person to be in
Hmm.
that field. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Is it, if that makes
yeah.
sense? Because
Especially dealing with the people's, because
yes,
the patient is going to have their own journey through whatever the terminal illness is, and they're going to be making
right,
peace with themselves and preparing to die, whereas the family is trying to hold on, not wanting them to die.
right.
And so I think that
Do
would make,
something. Do something. Yeah.
yeah, and it would make the family not really let the person go through that process as they need to go through, because they don't want to hear about that they're ready to go, and things like that. So it's got to be
Right.
hard to be that person in the room with them. How do you appease the family and yet support the person? Yeah, I couldn't do it, because I'd be telling that
Oh
family,
yeah, that is so. I mean, I put them on a pedestal. I really do, because that is just amazing. This is supposed to be a happy day. This is a birthday. Whoa, I keep losing my earbud. Why are we talking about this? This is supposed to be a happy day. This is birthday day.
my mom's
Come
family
on now.
wanted me to become a lawyer or an architect, because one of my biological grandfather's family profession, and one was his dream. Okay, honey, you can get up. Um, yeah, that's
Oh,
another big problem.
is it nap time over?
If you want to be like, Yeah. If you want to be artistic and they want you to be, a lawyer or something like that, you can't really be all that artistic. It's okay. Did you wake up?
Oh,
Huh? You want to talk to the people? No.
not
Yeah.
right now. Not right now.
Uh-huh.
Hi, honey.
Hung out.
It's okay.
Look at her. Look at her. She has balloons for Granny's birthday.
Lucy.
And she got a noise blower. She got a horn thing to make the
Was that loud?
noise.
Was that loud?
She said, "Where is your cake?" And I said, "Well,
My
Granny
cake?
doesn't have a birthday cake,
Oh, I didn't bring her a cake. I'm sorry, honey.
She said, "Where are your friends?" Because she thought we were coming to a birthday party. When I told her today was my
This
birthday.
is a birthday party, honey.
She wanted
Did
to
you
know,
wish her a happy birthday?
Yeah.
Did you wish her a happy birthday?
Did you tell Granny happy birthday?
Oh, she's so cute.
See the scarf?
Yeah, see my scarf? Say my friend PJ made it.
Oh, that's pretty. Pretty.
And you have a pretty purple one too.
That's beautiful.
Blue is our color.
Yeah, all the colors of the blue. From light blue all the way to dark blue. And it's soft. And it's warm.
And you're gonna
And Mommy wants it. And we're not giving it to Mommy. My daughter's always been like that, though. Somebody gives me something, and she's like, "Well, I really like it." Well, good, because I like it too. And it's mine. Isn't that right? Uh-huh. Everybody's saying hi to you in the
Yeah,
chat.
they are. Hi, baby girl.
Yeah,
hello, sugar. Hi, cutie.
Her hair is gorgeous, but it is all coming down. Mommy has to put it back up for you because Granny don't really mess with it too much.
Oh,
But she's a sweet, sweet, sweet baby.
she has a lot of hair.
She does. Very thick hair.
Yes, she does.
A butterfly.
A what?
A butterfly.
A butterfly?
Where?
Oh, on my bucket. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
It's a purple butterfly. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what should we do?
We have the ones.
Do what? You want to do animal sounds? Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
look at those eyes.
Play-Doh.
I can barely see her eyes. She's just as right.
Animal sounds. She has a game on the computer that they make the animal sound and you have to guess what animal it is.
Oh,
She
okay.
She likes to put her headphones on and then she'll be over there hollering, "It's a pig, it's a pig." It's like, well, Granny can't hear it. Okay. Well, we'll do that. Bye, Carver.
Yeah.
Have
Well,
a good
I'm going to be
day.
going anyway because I've got to take care of the dog. He's got to go for a walk. I don't think he wants me to go for a walk with the ears on.
Why not?
What the heck? What the heck? Let's go for it.
Well, thank you so much for coming and helping me celebrate.
Oh,
my
and thank you for inviting me, and happy birthday, honey.
birthday. It
I'm
was
glad
so
you
much
invited me to
fun.
celebrate with you.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to say goodbye.
You're
You
beautiful.
want to wave and tell them bye?
Bye.
Huh?
Bye. Bye.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Have a great day. Don't you push any buttons. She likes to push my buttons. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Oh, we'll be here tomorrow for trivia. Don't forget, 12 o'clock trivia.
There you go.
All right. Bye now.